This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Take the lead.
The 09 truck, that's a new 63 Wimmer.
Chris Wimmer smoking, bringing out caution number 1 early on in this one. That's lap number 2 when our first caution comes out in a very short day for Wimmer.
Thing blew up, did the field?
Sure did. And this is one of the most competitive fields we've ever had. We had 46 trucks here, and for just to qualify for this show was a tremendous accomplishment. Chris was able to do that.
He's climbing out. Looks like it's a little hot in there.
Crowd letting him know that they're happy to see that he's out of the 63 and okay. And take a look at our points leader, the Square D Dodge of Bobby Hamilton, coming in to make repairs on that truck.
Rick, we said it's
Wimmer in the 63, smoke flying all over, so obviously there's got to be something being put down on the track.
Well, you see the fire out from below the truck. That's obviously oil on the hot headers causing fire, and that oil is going onto the track. And we're assuming
position. Chad Chaffin just in front of John Wood. Chaffin holding on to the 9th spot. John Wood trying to inch that 50 down on the inside, and problems with the 24 of Travis Quaffle.
He has been struggling with that truck, Rick, ever since the race started.
Got it pretty good, boys, by the radiator.
Some of that talk we had early in the race about him being 3 and 4 wide, that was generally Travis on the outside losing control of his truck. Looks like he's done some pretty significant damage, like you heard him say there on the radio.
Yeah, he came in on this most recent caution fly. He's made several pit stops, and unfortunately, he's going to have to make a few more. There you see him on the outside right there, Rick Crawford.
Oh,
looks like Rick got a little bit loose on the inside, forced Travis up a little higher, got into the loose stuff a little bit, almost had it saved, overcorrected, made contact with the outside wall.
That is so easy to do, Phil.
He is hanging right on the outside. Just now he's got him clear, but he's not giving up. Those tires aren't hurting him yet.
Deborah Renshaw on the 29 hitting the wall. Looks as though she'll bring that down onto the apron, and
she's up high, probably much like Travis Quaffle. Now she's up in the loose stuff, trying to corral it, gets a little bit loose, just fighting for control, runs out of racetrack, hits the outside. See, we've got trouble over in turn number 4.
Bill Lester gets spun around and backed into the corner in turn number 4, and the 5th caution flag of the night comes out. Joining us up in the booth, Brendan Gaughan. Race. This is why we're under caution number 5. Second provisional ever of his career in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and the problems continue as he comes down pit road.
Looks like he must think he's got a flat tire. Ooh, got to crash over in turn 2. That's the only way to Butch Miller. He's been running so well, Phil. He was up into the top 15 earlier.
We see Ken Weaver drive that truck on a number of occasions. Butch Miller, the 08 right here, Gene Christensen, Bobby Dowder involved with this team. Had a good run going.
And so at lap 110.
But Matt Kraft is hanging in there pretty well with only right side tires.
Yeah, you got to like that call by Wally Rogers. They had to do something, you know, and they felt like that was a legitimate shot at it. Caution's out. Tracy Hines is slow on the back straightaway.
Looks like damage to the 88.
He's going to stay on the racetrack. Looks like he flat-sided it a little bit at some point. Whether that was now or not, I don't know.
Might have looked a whole lot like what Deborah Renshaw did, Phil. Got up in those marbles, the loose rubber from the tires, and just slid into the outside wall. That's the danger of running right outside against the wall on the high side. That's why everybody kind of likes to hug the bottom.
And you're actually one that likes to ride on the high side of the track. We'll be back with more action on Speed Channel.
He probably wouldn't mind seeing a caution at this point, knowing that his truck is faster than the 2 in succession.
No trouble.
Here.
Dennis Setzer, 46 truck, and Ken Schrader.
2 Chevrolets getting mixed up, and also Jack Sprague being told in the 16 was somewhat involved in this as well.
A lot of damage on the 52 truck of Ken Schrader.
No water coming out of it, it doesn't appear, Phil. You can see where the whole front end is busted out. The radiator sits just behind the nose.
See if we can take a look at 3 wide going down in turn number 1. That's recipe for disaster right there. The 16 and the 46 make contact.
Wow.
Dennis takes Ken Schrader on up to the outside wall. Jack Sprague seems to get by with very little damage, but
Schrader was just an innocent victim. It looked like
Have had some success here in Richmond. Actually, back in 1989, Hank Parker Sr. won the Bassmasters Classic here and was the Bassmaster champion. And problems with Chase Montgomery as he brushes the wall and starts to slow the number 8 Dodge down on the track.
no caution flag yet. I'm sure Ted Musgrave would love for the
Road so much.
See him on the outside of the racetrack, just lost the front end.
didn't ever hit the wall.
Yeah, he realized that, hey, I'm in trouble now. I need to slow down, and I still hit the wall. As slow as he got right there.
Test here in the 99 Cup car last week, so that probably gave him a little bit more track seat time in that 99 truck. And when there's trouble on the track with David Rudiman.
Problems with the 17, the NTN bearings, number 17 of David Rudiman. He comes to a stop right in the middle of the back stretch, or on the back wall.
I was watching that, Rick. It seemed as if maybe Robert Huffman got under Dave, and Dave tried to get back in line behind Parker, or excuse me, by Huffman, and Billy, or what's his name? Hank Jr. I get all excited. Flattened his left rear tire, and that's why he lost control. When they made contact, flattened his tire, couldn't hang on to it.
That quick, just immediately that left rear tire went flat.
He was in 10th position. We had just talked about how well Hank Parker Jr. and
I'm telling you, Jamie is there right now. He's using a little bit higher line. Look at him, see if he can make him move to the outside. Musgrave able to get back in the throttle, pull back out in front of him.
But if Jamie gets to the outside of Ted, there's 3 to go. If he gets to the outside of him, we've seen the guy on the inside. He can't hold the speed. His truck will get loose underneath Jamie. He is there.
as they go down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Blown engine, the 09 of Jimmy Spencer brings out the caution, and that will bring us to a green-white checkered finish in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
And I'm telling you, Jamie had the deal done.
He did.
He had driven around the outside of Ted Musgrave, and as fate would have it, a great night comes to a bad end for Jimmy Spencer, and Jamie finally makes the move, and he's not gonna get to capitalize. Engine failure, Phil. A lot of oil coming out from underneath that truck. Turns 1 and 2 is going to be covered with speedy dry. I'm sure NASCAR will bring out the jet.
Don't go into labor right now with your truck sitting in third. Sarah Evans on the hood of the 47. Ted Musgrave takes the green flag. We've got green-white checkered in the Truck Series.
Another great start by Ted Musgrave. He drove off to a couple truck length lead.
What happens when he gets to this oil down here? Looks like Ted stayed right on the bottom of the racetrack. Looked like Jamie might have gotten a little bit of oil. He's within a couple truck lengths.
He's got to reel him in. Coming through 3 and 4. This time they'll see the white flag. It flies as problems happen in turn 3 and 4. Matt Crafton gets spun around. The white flag does not come out. The caution does. This one is over. Ted Musgrave will win at Richmond.
Matt Crafton lost control of his truck, bringing out the caution. I believe Ted had it, Phil. He drove off to a nice separation over Jamie before the caution flew. I think it was his race at that point.
What a great run by Ted Musgrave. Great run by this entire Ultra Motorsports team. Ted Musgrave, the 1 truck, Jamie McMurray, the 2 truck. They're going to have another 1-2 finish for Jimmy Smith.
And Ted Musgrave will come across the start-finish line under caution, but the checkered flag will fly, and Ted Musgrave is your winner tonight in Richmond. Coming home second with a great finish, the 2 of Jamie McMurray.
Jamie, that was everything it was advertised to be. You had the deal done. You had him passed, and the caution comes out.
Yeah, I know. I thought I had it right there. I don't know. All you guys on the 2 truck, I want everybody in victory circle. You hear me? Time tonight. It's a short race, though, man. I can't believe it's already over, but yeah, that was pretty cool. That's cool. Ted won, I guess. Hey, you know what? If you just had a little more green, you've been okay. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, that's part of it, right?
Truck, that's the KISS Chevrolet, number 6 of Matt Crafton.
That's turn 1 and 2 right there. You see him on the inside of Robert Huffman, who got a little bit of nudge by Shane Mealy. He's on the inside of the racetrack. He's got a bad angle going in the corner, Michael.
And he just tried to stay off Shane. It looked like he clipped the apron, Phil. As he entered turn 3, it hit the apron, kicked him sideways.
Ted Musgrave wins his 15th career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.